Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the 5 high limit credit cards that you can possibly get if you have challenging credit or bad credit, or you have a high income and you don't have any credit, okay? And so the reason I'm making this video, because I talked to a lot of people. They made a lot of money, but they never thought that credit was important, right? And of course, there's a lot of people that's been following the Dave Ramsey method, and I'm not knocking it because it definitely helps you put you in a better financial position. But then somewhere down the line, they realize, like, wait a minute, I need credit, right? So it ain't always about money. Somewhere down the line, you're going to need credit, okay? I had a celebrity client, I'll tell you this, I had a celebrity client that had money, okay, and they was wanting to build a production studio over in Arizona. The banks did not want to even deal with them. The reason is because they didn't have a paper trail. So we had to set the corporation up. We had to move all his cash capital over to the corporation in order for him to be able to build out his production studio. So that's the reason I said, even though people say cash is king, at some point you're going to actually need credit, okay? So that's the reason that I'm making this video, because again, people have high incomes, but they don't have any credit, or they let their credit go to the wayside, meaning that they didn't take care of their credit. So that being said, let's talk about some of these cards, all right? The first one is the X1 card, okay? Now the X1 MasterCard, here's the thing about it. It used to be restricted. It was invite only. Now they're actually opening it up, and I actually made a video on it, so I'll put it below this video. But what happened is that with this here X1 card, they do 5 times your income, okay? So say that you're making I would say, how would I say, your monthly income. So let me say that 5 times your monthly income. So say that you're bringing in $5,000 a month, then take that times 5, it's $25,000 credit limit, all right? So that's what I mean about 5 times your income. Now, the average for the credit card limit has been about $24,300. But that being said, just keep in mind that they do look at your FICO 8. Okay, they look at your FICO 8 bank score. Now again, I'm not going to go too far detail on that card because I'll put a link in the description. Now, here's the second one, the Patel 1 and the Patel 2. So if you're an individual that don't have no credit history, or you have bad credit history, then you would go for the Patel 1 card. Now the Patel 1 card starts from $300 up to $5,000. Now again, these are credit cards. They're not focused really on the credit. They're focused on how long you've been on your job, how long you've been at your place of residence. They're looking at different data points other than your credit score, okay? Now the Patel 2 card, what they're looking at, again, they're looking at the same data points, but at the same time, they're in the position to offer you a higher limit. So you can graduate from the Patel 1 card up to the Patel 2 card, because the Patel 2 card goes from $300 up to $10,000, all right? Now, let's talk about this Tomo card. And I was working with a client. He was a truck driver, okay? And he listened to everything I said, and he said, hey, I'm gonna go for that Tomo card. And sure enough, the Tomo hooked him up, because he didn't have, it wasn't that he had bad credit history, he just didn't have enough credit history. And that's another thing for a lot of people. They don't have bad credit history, they just don't have enough credit history on the file. And so these are the type of cards that you want to go for. Now the Tomo MasterCard, again, no credit, No security deposit. Their limits go from 100 up to 10,000. It's a soft pull, so there's no hard inquiry, as well as the Patel 1 and Patel 2. There's no hard inquiry that you have to worry about. All right. Then you have the Sable secured card. Now with the Sable secured card, yes, it is a secured card, but the good thing about it, with most secured cards, with the bank cards, they take up to 6 months up to a year to unsecure, right? Well, with the Sable secured card, within 4 months of good payment history, on-time payment history, they're willing to unsecure the card, okay? So their limits go up to $10,000. So if you put $10,000 on the card, then with the Sable 1 card, after 4 months of good payment history, they'll unsecure and you'll have that credit line for $10,000, okay? So that's a very good one. Now, you also have the Deserve. So if you are still in college or something like that, you don't have any credit history and stuff, and you're not working with the banks at the moment, then the Deserve is mainly focused where foreign people, they come over here and they don't have any credit or whatever. So the Deserve helps them, as well as American-based people as well. So they're focused more on people that are getting a structured education to help you qualify. That does not mean they will disqualify somebody that's not in college. It just means that that's where their main focus is. Now, most of you, I've been talking about the Grow Credit to help you build your credit by adding subscriptions and stuff. And then I had mentioned Perch, right? And Perch, I want to tell you something about Jay-Z, because this is very important, because Perch was another one of those competitors that would take your subscription base, like Hulu, Netflix, and things like that, and they would actually add that as a trade line, so your car insurance, gym membership, and stuff like that. Well, Jay-Z, he's an investor in, it's called Altro, A-L-T-R-O credit, okay? And it does the same thing as Grow Credit. So for some of you guys that may not be able to leverage Grow Credit to add your subscriptions to build up the credit and stuff like that, then Altro may be your best bet, okay? Now, again, Hulu, Netflix, car insurance, those type of bills or whatever. Don't forget, you also have Experian Boost to help you with your credit. Also, you have FICO Boost, FICO Ultra Boost, that helps you with your credit score. So if you've been denied credit, that's how you get approved for the MyFICO Ultra Boost, because once you're denied, they allow you into their program. Now here's one other for you guys that are foreigners and stuff. American Express. So you may have come over here from another country and you had a credit file. Well, American Express has a program for you as well. So you can actually get credit cards and stuff through them. If you had a credit file overseas or whatever, now you come to the States and you need credit and stuff, you may want to look at the American Express program. Now with the American Express program, they do look at a FICO 8. So I've made plenty of videos and talk to you guys about if you don't have an account with American Express, you can actually pre-qualify to see if you qualify. Now the average credit score I have seen is about a 660 with American Express. I just did a video on the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card, and the reason I did that video, because if you are trying to do a balance transfer with that, they do the balance transfer with the American Express Blue Everyday cash card for up to 15 months, okay? So that's an interest-free loan, especially if you're trying to get out of debt, okay? So for those of you that may have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, or you're trying to figure out your FICO 9 score, your FICO 8 score, or your FICO 5 score in terms of qualifying for funding, click the link in the description to schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.